Welcome to Royal Telly. I'm your host, Chloe, bringing you the latest on the royals. Today, we're diving into a phenomenon that's as intriguing as it is perplexing. The Meghan obsession. Yes, you heard it right. The Duchess of Sussex, Meghan, seems to stir up a storm with her every move. The most recent incident being the simple video she posted of her husband, Prince Harry, surfing on a Californian beach. A moment of joy, a personal glimpse into their lives, yet it triggered an internet meltdown in certain quarters. It's fascinating, isn't it, this fixation with Meghan's life and actions? The derangers, as they are often referred to, didn't just voice their displeasure. They turned it into a full-blown outrage, questioning protocol, the choice of beach, and just about anything they could latch onto. Their fury, it seems, knows no bounds. And that brings us to the million-dollar question. Why can't they look away? Why are they still so engrossed, so obsessed with a woman who has clearly moved on with her life? The Duchess of Sussex is living her life, enjoying simple pleasures, and yet she seems to be living rent-free in the minds of these trolls. The underlying reasons, we believe, are rooted deep in psychology, specifically the destructive emotion of envy. Not the kind that motivates you to do better, but the kind that makes you miserable, desperate to tear someone else down. This is substantiated by the World Happiness Report of 2025, which talks about social comparison being a significant driver of unhappiness in our digital age. People aren't just unhappy because of their own circumstances. They're unhappy because they see someone else who is richer, happier, or in this case, married to Prince Harry. Psychologists call this malicious envy. It's the discomfort people feel when they see someone else succeed, especially when they believe that success is undeserved. And for some unfathomable reason, these trolls believe Meghan is undeserving of her happiness, her husband, her new life. So why the obsession? Why can't they look away? The answer to these questions, I believe, lies deep within the realm of psychology. It's a fascinating journey into the human mind, where envy, not the kind that propels you forward, but the kind that pulls you into a pit of despair, takes center stage. This is not merely about wanting what someone else has. It's about a corrosive emotion that gnaws at your happiness, leaving you miserable and desperate to tear someone else down. Now, let's bring the World Happiness Report of 2025 into the conversation. It highlighted a critical aspect of our digital age: social comparison. People are not just unhappy due to their own circumstances. They're unhappy because they see others who are richer, happier, or in Meghan's case, married to Prince Harry. It's not the reality of their lives that is causing distress, but the perceived disparity between their lives and those they observe. Psychologists call this malicious envy. It's the discomfort you feel when you see someone else succeed, especially when you believe that success is unmerited. And this is where Meghan comes into play. The trolls, for reasons best known to them, believe she is undeserving of her husband, her happiness, her new life. They see her success not as a result of her hard work and resilience, but as an affront to their sense of fairness. And why is this so? Could it be that Meghan, a biracial woman who dared to break away from one of the most rigidly white institutions in Britain, represents a challenge to their worldview? A woman who refused to play the role of the dutiful, grateful Duchess, who stood her ground and walked away on her own terms? This defiance, this audacity, seems to have struck a nerve. But it's more than just audacity. It's about what Meghan represents: a challenge to the status quo, a threat to the established order. And this, dear listeners, is where the obsession originates. It's not about Meghan the person, but Meghan the symbol of change, of defiance, of a woman who refuses to be put in a box. It seems that for some, Meghan's success and happiness are simply too much to bear. Their obsession, their relentless scrutiny, is not about Meghan at all. It's about them, their insecurities, their fears. And until they confront these, they will continue to be consumed by their own malicious envy. But envy isn't the only factor at play here. Race and gender are crucial elements of this conversation. Meghan Sussex is a woman who has defied the odds. She's a biracial woman who married into one of the most rigidly white institutions in Britain, then had the audacity to leave it on her own terms. She didn't play grateful, she didn't perform humility, she didn't shrink herself to fit the mold. And for that, she became a lightning rod, a target for anyone who believes that Black women should know their place. The backlash against Meghan Sussex has never been about her actual behavior. It's been about what she represents. She's a symbol of change, of progress, of breaking down barriers and challenging the status quo. And for some, that's a terrifying prospect. This brings us to the concept of misogynoir, a term that encapsulates the specific blend of racism and misogyny directed at Black women. It's a deeply ingrained prejudice that manifests itself in a constant need to tear down and scrutinize every single move. The trolls will rage about her pasta recipe, her clothes, or a simple kiss at the Invictus Games, all while insisting they don't care. They'll dissect her every action, her every word, looking for any opportunity to criticize and belittle. They'll claim that they're not racist or sexist, that they're just telling it like it is. But their actions tell a different story. The irony is that these trolls claim Meghan is irrelevant, and yet they are the ones who talk about her the most. They refresh her Instagram, they dissect her every caption, and they build their lives around waiting for her to fail. And she just keeps not failing. It's not about what Meghan does, it's about what she represents. She's a symbol of change, of progress, of breaking down barriers, and challenging the status quo. And for some, that's a terrifying prospect. And so they lash out, they tear her down, they try to make her fit into their narrow worldview. But Meghan Sussex is a woman who refuses to be confined by other people's expectations. And that, my dear viewers, is what makes her so powerful and so terrifying to her detractors. The irony of the situation is hard to ignore. The very trolls who claim the Duchess of Sussex is irrelevant seem to be the ones who just can't stop talking about her. They claim they're indifferent, yet they dissect her every move with razor-sharp precision. They refresh her Instagram page more often than they check their emails. They analyze her every caption as if it were a cryptic puzzle, and they build their lives around waiting for her to make a misstep. But here's the kicker. Meghan just keeps not failing. While they're busy working themselves into a lather over a simple beach video, Meghan is off living her life. She's baking cakes with her children, sipping rosé on a sunny California afternoon, and continuing to work on the many philanthropic causes that are close to her heart. It is truly a paradox. These trolls insist they don't care, yet they can't tear their eyes away. They claim Meghan is insignificant, yet they spend countless hours dissecting her every move. They say they're not bothered, yet they seem to be the ones most deeply affected by her actions. This obsession, this desire to see her fail, has become a part of their identities. It's as if they've built their lives around the anticipation of her downfall. But Meghan just keeps not falling. And while they're busy rage scrolling through her social media pages, Meghan is just getting on with her life. She's raising her children, supporting her husband, working on her projects, and living her life on her own terms. She's not waiting for them to approve or disapprove. She's not waiting for them to decide whether she's worthy or not. She's just living her life, and it seems to be driving them crazy. So where does that leave us? With an irony that's almost too rich to digest. The trolls, in their furious obsession, have become the ones who are truly irrelevant. They're the ones who are stuck, while Meghan continues to move forward. While they're busy rage scrolling, Meghan is just living her life. This kind of obsession isn't just harmful to the person it's directed at, it's harmful to the trolls themselves. That's right, dear listeners. Such behavior, as noted by Psychology Today and other researchers, has a profound impact on mental well-being. It's a self-inflicted wound, a cycle of resentment that only spirals deeper into anxiety and depression. Think about it. Instead of celebrating their own achievements or appreciating the beauty of their own lives, these individuals are caught in a ceaseless loop of negativity. Their world becomes a dark mirror, reflecting not the joy or success of others, but their own discontent. The relentless scrutiny and the constant need to belittle and tear down, it all takes a toll. It corrodes gratitude, pollutes happiness, and suffocates any chance of personal growth. While they're busy dissecting Meghan's life, they're missing out on their own. So perhaps the trolls are the ones who are truly suffering. So, what can we learn from all of this? The story of Meghan Sussex and her critics is a tale as old as time, yet it continues to evolve. It's a reflection of the world we live in, where envy, coupled with the ease of expressing it online, can create a toxic environment. The irony, however, is that those who claim she is irrelevant are the ones who keep her relevant by constantly discussing her. This obsession, rooted in malicious envy, has a corrosive effect not only on the individual, but also on the overall digital society. It's a reminder for us all to practice understanding and compassion, and to focus on nurturing our own happiness rather than comparing ourselves to others. In the end, let's remember, while the trolls are busy criticizing, Meghan Sussex continues to live a fulfilled life. Thank you for joining me on Royal Telly. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, I'm Chloe signing off.